Hello and welcome to Ketrick Farms. How's everyone doing this fine Tuesday evening? At least it's in the evening here where I'm at. Hopefully everyone is well. We are a little bit behind schedule today. I was out with the wife. We were at what was it called? Immersive Van Gogh experience in downtown Detroit this evening. And so we were rushing to get back, grabbed some food on the way back real quick, and I dashed downstairs here. So we're getting everything set up in the background here, but we made it more or less on time, 1 minute or so late. Hopefully y'all won't hold that against me here. And I'm going to go ahead and get the game launched here. Hopefully our steering wheel is going to work today. I've got that all set up here again, so we'll see how it goes. Old man Jeb, good to see you in the chat here, sir. Daxton, always happy to see live streams popping up at 10 in the morning. Yeah, I've been trying to post the announcement for it a little bit earlier in the day so that people know, yes, it is actually going to be happening. So, King Randy, good to see you. Alan, good to see you, man. So we're going to be jumping into things here. Hopefully Middleburgh is loading here. This map does load a little bit slow sometimes. Tanner, good to see you. Joey, good to see you. Faith Dairy Farms with the super chat. Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. Let's see if I can find all the right buttons here. I think we're almost loaded here. Get our stream deck all situated here. We're at 74%. It's almost there, folks. The map load I usually do in the background before we get started here. I am going to take this opportunity because I'm hoping the steering wheel is going to work. We're going to reset the crash counter for tonight and see how that works out for us. There we go. And we're going to start this off. Faith Dairy Farms with the $1 coming in after the $2. Appreciate you, sir. Hey, DJ Goham in the house. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Let's see if I can find a button. Buttons? Buttons working today. Oh, my green screen's not, though. We've got some gray down here. We moved everything around. And, oh no, it's going to do the same thing it did last time, I think. I think OBS just froze up our farming simulator here. Farming simulator is no more, folks. Oh my goodness. All right, we'll be right back with that. It just crashed completely out to Windows. It happens, it happens. Pleasant View Farms, good to see you, sir. Yeah, I know, I've got a collar on, so I'm a little bit fancy today. DJ Goham, I'm trying to stay up late. It's 9 o'clock, dude. Although you get up early, you got to get that Farm Sim news out there. So I've got respect for that. I can't do mornings too much. All right, we're relaunching the game for the second time. Hopefully it'll work this time. What I need to do is we're going to get rid of my ugly mug here. We're going to switch it out before I start the load process. I think the problem is when I do the switch on that loading screen, Farm Sim just doesn't like OBS jumping into its business here sometimes. There we go. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Good to see ya. Yeah, Lucas, I saw that Farmall H that hit the, I think it hit the Mod Hub today. It looks amazing. Can't wait to check it out. Tanner, yeah, it wouldn't be a live stream without the game crashing. Exactly. Oh man, all the warnings are going off. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. So hopefully this thing just settles down tonight. I mean, my goodness. And Faith Dairy Farms again with the $1 super chat here. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. And Pleasant View Farms has got the upgrade that we're looking for on this farm coming soon. Hopefully the gleaner there, if I'm not mistaken. I can't wait to see that hit the game here. All right, we finally got this thing loaded up here. Let's see if we can figure out what we were doing. We took a week off last week and took a look at a new map, and now I feel like we've been 2 weeks. I don't even remember what's going on here. I brought this up off camera. We left it out in the field. We were doing contracts, that's right. So we've got a little bit of soybeans left in this combine. We're gonna have to get this emptied out here and see if we can get going on these contracts. So I picked up, because I didn't want them to go away like last time, I picked up 2 harvesting contracts for tonight. One of them is corn, but the other one's sunflowers. And this is going to give us a chance to check out some different areas of the map tonight. So we're going to be checking that out for sure. All right, let's see here. So let's start off by getting these beans unloaded. My steering wheel doesn't seem to be working again. I don't know what's going on with this. We're going to try and reset the settings here. Oh my goodness. DJ Goham with the $10 super chat. Does the stream crashing count as a crash counter +1? That's a fair point here. We need a stream crash counter after the last couple of streams. I think what we need to do is put it on screen at all times. I think I saw, was it Farmer Cop? Somebody had that where the crash counter was right there on screen. I think we need to keep it running on the screen at all times. We're gonna have to look into updating the stream overlay here at some point, I think. All right, let me do one check here and see if we're just gonna have another frustrating, yeah, we don't even see the steering wheel in the list here. Gosh darn it, I don't know what happened. The last patch, my steering wheel has just continued to have problems. I'll look at this off camera. Brian Rutherford, how you doing, man? Hopefully well. How many times you get lost between here and the fields? You bet 5. That's probably fair. Let's see here, we're going all of 12 miles an hour. There's gotta be, there we go. I was like, we gotta be able to go at least 13 here. We'll get this thing out here. So I've got 2 contracts. We're gonna get this going on a field because I want to jump into some harvesting, and then whoa, we're gonna hit a tree before we get down the driveway. We'll get this thing harvesting, and then we'll grab the grain cart, get that emptied out and brought out to the field. But I'm itching to do some more harvesting with this thing, and you know, we've got the header change up here, so hopefully I can get down the road with this big 8-row header on. Kedrick, I think you should get the Farmall H and do old school farming. Yeah, we've got some pretty old school stuff on the farm here. Now the Farmall H is an interesting tractor for me. I think it's the narrow front, right? Because we actually had one very similar to that. I don't remember the exact model now off the top of my head, but we had one of those old Farmall tractors. It was a narrow front, and I had a mower, and then I had a driveway drag that I would pull behind it to grade the driveway. And so I've used that quite a bit in real life. It was a fun old school tractor, and we've got a lot of older school equipment here on this save, so it would fit in perfectly. We've got the other older Case IH tractor that we've had kind of on some odd jobs. I think if we pick up some more land, we might actually think about putting that Farmall H on like the auger or something like that in the yard, because we seem to be using that auger quite a bit here during harvest. So we might have to I can't even talk today, my goodness. We might have to pick that up and see if we can find a home for it. But first we gotta make some money on this this save here for sure. There you go, DJ. First tractor you learned how to drive. Now, did you learn how to drive that in real life, or are you talking about in Farm Sim? A 4240 would be awesome on this map, and that's just because that's my favorite tractor. Like, the 4240 is the tractor I've spent the most hours in driving in real life, so it's always going to be probably my favorite tractor. Yeah, old man Jab, money is overrated. we're at a whole $3,000, and it only costs us like $1,600 a day to survive between the loan and everything else. So we've got to keep that going. Oh my goodness, Jeremy Freeman with the $5 super chat. Much appreciated. Appreciate the kind words there. Kedrick rules. All right, let's get this mini map going. Make sure I'm going the right way. I think we're going the right way. Oh my goodness. DJ Goham is a real life tractor driver. How did I not know this? For some reason, I guess I didn't realize that you had actually driven some tractors in real life, sir. Much respect. Yeah, I didn't start farming until I was 14, I think. So we were probably doing it around the same time. Brian Rutherford, yours too. First tractor you learned how to drive. Nice. Your first word was tractor. My 5-year-old just loves, so we've got a little, what is it, a 1025R, a little John Deere like utility tractor. It's hardly more than a lawnmower, but we've got a front loader on it, and because we have almost 2 acres of land, and so we've got a lot of landscaping and stuff. And oh my goodness, Banks Sinatra with the $20 super chat. Much appreciated. Hope all is well. It's going great here for me. Hope all is well with you, sir. And yeah, no, and so we got this little utility tractor, and he loves driving it around. He can't reach the pedals, but I'll do the pedals and he'll do the steering, and he's got the whole front loader controls down now. And so we moved, like, I forget, but a dump truck load of wood chips from our driveway to all the trees around the yard, and he did all of the front loader controls the whole time, so I was really impressed. We gotta get the flashers on here. We're going slow. Jeremy, I drove a tractor into a pond when I was 8 and was never allowed to drive it again. Nice. Yep, that I had one of those incidents. I was loading I was spraying with a 4240. We had like a 3-point mounted sprayer and some saddle tanks, and I stopped and went to hook up the hoses and to fill it all up, and I forgot to set the brake, and so it was in neutral, and it just rolled down the hill right into the barn. It did a number on the side of the barn. Luckily it was like an old rundown barn. We didn't have anything in it, but yeah, we had some conversations about farm safety right around then. Last time I forgot to set the brake on a tractor on a hill for sure. Hey, it's Argsy Gaming. How you doing, sir? Looking spiffy today. Swish, as you say. We, my wife occasionally likes it when we go out and do things, and so we were down at the Immersive Van Gogh, so not only do I have a collar, but I went and saw art today, so that was quite the experience. All right, hang on. I know this guy's gonna be really mad at me. I gotta look at this map. How do I get there? I think I gotta go across the river first. Let's see it. We're almost there. That's the only downside, not the only downside, but the main downside for me of using this older equipment, especially on a bigger map, is how long it takes to get there sometimes. Almost there. I think the field entrance is right on the other side of these trees. Yeah, my wife's definitely raising the culture level in our family by forcing me to go to things like this, so it's all good. I wish I had a John Deere 8400 with rear duals. Right about now, I wish that I had one as well. We'd be getting there a lot faster. Now, what I should have done is installed a Follow Me or something and brought the gravity wagon down here with us at the same time, so I don't have to do that drive again, but not very smart sometimes. And I don't think I installed the mod. So we're gonna just live with our mistakes and jump into this. Now, at least I do have the update to unit convert on here, so we're getting our bushels. Got to get a flatbed to haul this thing around. Yeah, I could do that. We've got the truck, which I can't use for anything else. The original intent was to put the gravity wagon on the pickup, because then the pickup would be pretty fast, and it's a pretty small gravity wagon. But the pickup hitch doesn't support the gravity wagon, and I've been too lazy. I always remember about 5 minutes into the stream that I said I was going to do that update to the mod before the next stream, and it just never happens. Surprisingly, the header actually looks like it's at about the right spot for cutting sunflowers. We had it nice and high here. Would probably want it a little bit lower for corn. I love the sounds in this combine. I guess I'm not looking to see. Hopefully the sound isn't too overpowering here on the stream for the in-cab sounds. I know they get a bit louder here. Oh my goodness, I look away for a second. Who is that? Jeremy with the $2 super chat. Oh, Argsy and DJ Rules agreed. Top-notch fellas there. Yeah, Brian, actually, it's funny. Well, I mean, it was the Van Gogh exhibit, but, you know, he's got some crazy art there, so it would have been nice if there had been a little bit of refreshment there, but unfortunately it was not quite that kind of event. I keep looking around, so if you see me like glancing all over the place, I've got my camera in a different spot today, and it's just blocking the chat. So I'm gonna Alt-Tab for a second here and see if I can move my chat up just a smidge so I can actually see the most recent message. There we go. Much better. Ethan just finished planting your 4,000 acres of corn and beans in good old Nebraska. Nice. I bet it feels good to be done. I know there's probably still quite a bit of work to do, but it always feels good to get that last field planted. I was just talking to somebody today. In fact, I was just talking to Grant Hilbert over on the squad, and he was out finishing his last 18 acres, I think he said, on Monday, so that was kind of cool, seeing that he's getting done. I know a few other people are still trying to wrap up their last few 100 acres here, so getting to that time of year where things slow down a little bit again for at least a little bit. Amanda, hey, how people on console can't have the same mods as PC players. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons for that. I think in this particular playthrough, a lot of the stuff I'm using is actually PC only, but I have to say, one of the things I've liked the most about Farm Sim 22 is seeing how many more mods are available for all platforms than we've had in the past. And so I feel like we've got quite a few mods that are available for console now that historically, you know, would have been PC only mods. So I think that gap is narrowing quickly. The biggest difference I see is the maps. That's the one where I would love to see a way to get a lot of the great maps that we have for PC over onto console. I'd love to see or work with Giants on figuring out why the map size limitations are there. I mean, I know there's, you know, some memory requirements and stuff, but there's got to be a way to try and get some more of these great maps over onto console at some point. That would be probably the biggest thing I'd love to see happen in future iterations of Farm Sim, especially now that we have crossplay. Like, I could live without a lot of the PC-only mods because I think there's so many great equipment mods out there, but the maps, there's just a lot less maps over there, so. There we go. All right, so that's one full round in the field is 55%. Didn't mean to go in cab there. So we should probably be able to make one more full round here, get the headland passes off before we fill up. Now, if I was smart, what I would do is we'd set the worker off here, I think, and go grab the grain cart, or the gravity wagon, excuse me, while this guy is filling up, just to maximize our time, see if we could get a little bit more done tonight. I'd really like to knock out both of these contracts and be set up to do some other stuff here before the end of the stream tonight. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get over here to the corner and start a worker off. I always hate spending that money on workers, but I think it's going to be worth it. We can get some more stuff done here. Now, this field gets kind of curvy down there too, so we'll try to avoid the creek here. We're already 20% done with our contract. And if I get going down this way, we're going to line up with the rows. There we go. All right. Don't put her in the creek, sir. Now, I've got to get... There's a little bit of soybeans in here we got to get out of this gravity wagon. So let's see if we can line this up first. I think I've got manual attach turned on, so I'm going to turn that off because I had issues getting that working last time. Yes, I do. And then... I'm in the auger. I'm like, why am I not driving this tractor? Where's my guy? I can't apparently walk under it. But yeah, so we've got the nice 1206 here, which I like a lot. And I was kind of hoping this thing would start up here. There we go. Helps when you select the right implement. Now, let's see if we can toss this thing into high gear and take a trip around the roundabout here. The AI worker's almost full, oh my goodness. Now, I hope this is set up. I think this is the right bin for beans. I can't recall for sure, but we're about to find out. We went too far. This tractor doesn't quite turn as sharp as I had anticipated. Oh no! Alright, well there's whoa! That's like a double crash counter, I think. We're just all over the place. We hit it both ways, in and out. Now I'm not sure that the auger's even lined up anymore. It's almost like I need to bump it back. We'll have to see if I can hop in and straighten that out in a second here. We'll put the beans into it first because I'm sure it can hold my 14 bushels of beans. There we go. Now, let's hop out for a second and see if we can... Can I get into this thing? I was kind of hoping I could get into it. Just want to scooch it over. Oh, this is how we got into that mess last time. I should probably avoid doing the same mistake twice. Well, there's another answer to this, and it's drive slowly forward. Oh no, this one doesn't do that. Oh, there it does. I think we actually dumped everything out, though. Cool. We've got... not even enough soybeans for it to matter. Well, we're gonna leave that all set up here, and we're gonna get this thing down to the field before we run out of capacity in that combine. We've got high mode on. We're in our fastest gears. Away we go. Pleasant View Farms, I know how to do the modification to the pickup. I just haven't gotten the time to do it yet. That's my problem right now, is just time. We've been putting in 60 hours a week at work right now, so we've got to, I just got to find a few minutes to make the quick change. The fork I ate spaghetti with for dinner is bigger than that corn header. Yeah, that's so the next series, I'm working on an actual, like, normal Let's Play series again, because it's been a while since we posted normal videos. Like, I think this is going to stay our live stream series, but for the Let's Play videos, I was working on a new series, and it's going to use a little bit bigger equipment, because we've been doing a lot of older, smaller stuff lately, and I need to get back into doing some larger scale farming at some point here. So, coming soon, TM. Hopefully sooner than later. We just keep getting caught up in things every day that have prevented me from getting to where I want to be on that series. I don't want to start it until I'm ready to, like, kind of put out a couple videos a week. So, hopefully we're going to get there soon. My wife's actually out of town all next week, which in theory means I have a little bit more free time if I can get the kids to go to bed on time. So, we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, I saw there was a ton of mods that hit today, so I need to get out there and take a look at more of the mods. I've been just so busy with stuff, I haven't even been following the recent releases, so gotta get out there and try a few of the new mods. I think I saw Custom Modding got their case planners out, which is cool. That's something I've been waiting for. It's a really exciting mod. This is 50% faster than the Combine, but still feels slow. Nothing like some of those newer tractors that they've got set up that'll go 32 now, so we'll get there, we'll get there. Yeah, Pete's Adventures, that Farm All H, I think we were talking about a little bit earlier in the stream, would definitely be a good fit, I think, on this farm for some of the odd jobs and moving equipment around. Have I used the TG9300 for FS22? I have not yet used that. Man, I just love this map. The colors on the trees and everything are so good. I like how he's got them intermixed with the pine trees up there on the mountains. Looks good. Old man Jeb, appreciate you hanging out for a bit tonight. Have a good one. We'll catch you in the members chat. Could have my blinkers on this one too. My goodness, we're falling behind tonight, taking the scenic drive. Oh, we've got quite the line of cars back here being a bit impatient. You have your kid primed for a 4 a.m. wake-up call? My goodness, mine's been my youngest for all during school. You know, he's 5. You'd have to, like, drag him kicking and screaming to get up in the morning half of the time for school. At 7:45, I was waking him up to get to school. And now that he doesn't have school, he's getting up at 6:30 a.m. every day. I'm like, come on, kid. I finally don't have to drive you to school. I can sleep in a little bit, and now you're waking up. Kids. I think their goal in life is just to make the parents suffer. It's alright. Their day'll come. Those grandkids, they're not gonna know how lucky they are until until I get to start spoiling them. Just making their parents suffer. It'll be good. Brian, you always turn off traffic since FS 2009. Yeah, usually I do. On this map, I find it doesn't matter much because we're going so slow to begin with. On some of those maps, though, where you get, like, the traffic that goes super fast, that could be a bit much. When I have bigger equipment, I find traffic bothers me more. There we go. We do have vehicle speed sync on, so that's helping out quite a bit. B. Williams, good evening. How you doing? guess we could step our gears down a smidge here, get into a slightly better gear position. Kevin, you need to use its on North Dakota Modding and Mapping Facebook page. I'll have to take a look for it. Oh, we fell behind here. Tad Wernberg, appreciate you joining up here. Welcome to the, well, I guess we're still Kadurkers. We never did come up with a better name for the members. I apologize. It's kind of a thing now. It's probably been, what, 2 years now? Every time somebody joins, I'm like, man, we should really come up with a new name for that. If you're on our Discord server and you link your YouTube account to your Discord account, you'll get access to our members-only chat channels in the Discord server, as well as our multiplayer servers. So hopefully we'll see you on the Discord server. For everyone else, we do have a Discord server with just under 3,000 active members right now. So lots of people there hanging out on Discord, lots of helpful folks. You know, Farm Sim's one of those games that can have a lot of little issues, and so I always like seeing the community get on and try and help people out, help people through things, help people find, you know, specific mods. And, you know, we've got a fairly active modding community actually on the Discord server, so seeing people help out, learning how to do some different things is always fun. So check out the link to the Discord server. It's in the description of the video. So I'm looking at the map here, trying to figure out where our delivery point is, and as I was worried, I think it's all the way up here at, what is this, GH Grain? I think that's where we're going to be headed. Let's just double check here. No, Bakery sell point. The other field must be up there. Where's the bakery? The bakery is I on the map. Right here. Cool. So we're gonna tag the bakery and head down the main road. Okay, we got it. Let's do it. See if we can get up there without too many problems. We might as well go max speed though. No sense going slow. Kevin, where can you get the Alice Chalmers tractor? Is it private? No, actually, this was a conversion done by a member of our community, Pleasant View Farms, and he has a itch.io page, which I don't have handy, but if you join the Discord server, we have an FS22 or a Mod Links FS22 channel, and I believe it's posted in there. And if not, he's very active on our server, but I'm almost positive the link is posted in there. Dan, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Let's get on the road here. I'm a smidge behind on chat. I apologize. Get our flashers going here. Vincent, good evening, sir. Farmall H that came out today works especially great on the small augers. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to is... I think that's going to be an auger tractor for me. Yeah, B. Williams, because this is a contract, I have to turn it in at the contract point, I believe. So my plan is to turn the sunflowers in until we, you know, and complete the contract, and then we'll probably sell the rest at wherever's closest at that point, so... But, yeah, so Kevin, I don't have a tendency to use very many private mods anymore. At one point when I was doing YouTube, I used to use the occasional private mod. I will occasionally do something that's like still early access where they just want some help testing it out, and I'll put some videos out while I'm doing that. But all of the mods that I use are publicly available, so you can find the mods that I'm using out there somewhere. I'm not always so good at having links to everything posted everywhere, mostly because I've come across so many mods that I forget where I get them from. But if I'm using it in one of my recent series, like in the last 2 years, it's almost always a public mod. Byron, gotcha there. We'll see how good my memory is. All right, I think, is it this road or the next one? It's the next one that I want to cut in on. Oh no, the next one after that, so there's 3 big roads. Up past field 43 is where I want to get across the river here. Let's see, let's see. I guess I could just look at the giant green pillar of light there that I turned on to help me get to our destination as well. Raymond, do I farm in real life? I used to when I was a teenager, but I haven't farmed in over 25 years now. But I do still visit. So I have several friends that still farm, and so I do go out and visit some real life farms on a somewhat regular basis. I guess, you know, once a year or so I try to get out on a farm. That's called getting old, forgetting where I find mods too. Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes I'll do a good job of, like, I find something and I'm really excited about it and I'll just post a link to it right away in the Discord server. But recently it's like, well, I want to try it out before I recommend it to people, and by the time I do that, I don't even remember where it came from. Kevin, do I know of any really good pull-behind sprayers for FS22? There's a couple that are in progress. I don't know that they've been released yet, though, so I haven't used them. I do have that. There's like an old Kukner sprayer that's that was released on the Old School Modding Facebook page that I've used. Oh my goodness, he almost turned right into me. But that's been around for a while, and so it's just a conversion from the 19 version, but it works all right. But as far as like bigger pull-behind sprayers, I know there's one in the works that I've seen, but I don't know if it's done yet. So sorry, I can't help you out with that one. Jesse the Farm Sim dude, how you doing, sir? Have a blessed stream, man. Much appreciated. All right, here we go. Going into town with our gravity wagon load here. Hopefully we can avoid running into anybody. I'm really bummed my steering wheel's not working again. I feel like if I disconnect it at any point and then I don't like reboot my computer for whatever reason, FarmSim doesn't pick it back up. Let's see here. I really want to get some of the production points unlocked, but we just, you know, I chose the wrong map. I feel like the right map, but the wrong time to do a survival series, because there's so many cool features on this map that I don't have the money to go and try out right now. So I really got to get some money in the bank here so we can get some of these production chains unlocked. We might have to break the rules a little bit and unlock a few of them, because I want to start doing the moonshine in back of the house there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, sunflowers are fun to harvest. I've not done a whole lot with sunflowers. I think we did a little bit at the end of 19 there on I forget what map that was that we were on, but we did do a little bit of sunflowers on that map. Let's see. Oh, this is a horrible idea. There's another driveway I should go in, but we're committed now, folks. Oh, that doesn't count. Look at that. There's no collision there. Alright, let's see if we can get a little closer to this fence and get through. There we go. Now, I think we're going to the sell point, not the production point here. There we go. I do like the improved sounds here, the metal clacking when you go over the grate and such. Man, this thing unloads pretty slow. Did I leave the combine going? Yeah, my money's going down, so I've got to have left the combine worker going. I hope I didn't forget to turn the worker back on. Yeah, I'm in it for the long game now, so we're committed. We're going through. We're gonna see how far we can get here on survival. I'm really nervous though because we don't have a whole lot of money, and I've got to make enough money here to get through the winter months with all of the loan costs, and then we've got to have enough money to get lease or buy a planter of some kind here to get some crops back into our fields. So it's crazy just trying to keep track of all this stuff. We got 30% of our grain transported for field 80. All right. Is there an easier way to get back to our field? Or maybe not an easier, but a different way? So there's no bridge across the river. That's what's causing me grief. I'd have to go all the way to the end of the map. That's not really gonna cut it for me, so we'll go back the way we came. Boop, boop, ba-doo. You'll be cutting trees with the chainsaw before winter's over? Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I'm really trying to stick to my no logging rule set here. I think I'd rather let the bank account go negative, because we have a no more loans until we pay off this loan deal, and we took out a sizable loan to make our lives harder, I think. What was the debt we stuck ourselves with? I can't even remember. We've got $250,000 of loan to pay off before we're allowed to take any more out. And so it's that having to, do I pay down the loan knowing I can't take it back out, or do we hang on to the money and pay a little bit more interest so that we've got the money to try and lease or buy some equipment? So we'll get there. Mr. Simulation, how you doing, sir? Hopefully well. Brian Rutherford, is there a farmer in his 50s on tonight? Oh, there's an interesting one. I know we do have kind of an older community compared to a lot of the farm sim communities, so unfortunately I can only claim to be in my 40s, so no age there. Former farmer. Alright, let's see. Nobody coming that way? Well, somebody's coming, but not gonna get there before me. Oh, we're dropping a couple frames there. Hopefully the internet hangs on to itself. Mr. Simulation doing real good. Sent you an updated version of the map. Should be good to go. Nice. Much appreciated. Yeah, Brian, I've attracted a little bit of an, I shouldn't say older crowd like it's a bad thing. I actually enjoy having a more mature audience, I think, on the channel. I think we have a lot different conversations than I've seen in some places, which is always fun. Dan, 45 and a pixel farmer. There you go. Wow, we just lost $670 for our worker over there in field 80. That's that hurts, because I think this contract's only worth like $3 grand or something. I gotta pay for fuel and fix this thing too. I'm a little bit worried we're not actually making much money off of these contracts. Vincent, 60, and yes, you do play Farm Simulator when you're not working on your own farm. I love it. Yeah, I was just talking to somebody yesterday about the fact that it's surprising how many real-life farmers play Farm Simulator. Now we're almost back up here. No, actually, that's not true. We're almost back to our driveway. Oh no, we did pass our driveway. Yeah, we're doing good. We made better progress than I thought. That combine's already full, so I'm curious. I'm watching. He's eating our dollars here. I should probably tab and stop him because he's eating dollars pretty quick. We're gonna give that worker a break. Yeah, the land lease mod is one that I probably we'll be checking out for this series. I was originally like kind of hesitant to pick that up because I didn't want the game to be, this playthrough to be too easy. But given the prices and where we're at money-wise and all that, I'm not too worried about that now, because it would take a long time to be able to buy the land. Now, I know there's an update out for this map that does reduce the cost of land a bit, so we might have to pick that up at some point. But I'm not sure if it's gonna like screw anything up. I have to talk to Nitrodad about that and make sure that it's not gonna screw up my save before I do the update, because I'd be very sad. We're almost there. Right around this bend across the river. Now I'm kind of curious. I guess I didn't pay that much attention, but we filled up this gravity wagon pretty much right out when we got there, so we're probably going to do that again since the combine's full. I think the combine is right about the same capacity as this gravity wagon, maybe a little bit less. And Jeff, I do have the Better Contracts mod installed now, because I ticked over to November planning to do harvest contracts. And so in the middle of the busiest harvest month in the game, there were no harvest contracts. And so I quit the game and installed Better Contracts so that I could get a harvesting contract for the live stream, because I wasn't about to do yet another cultivating contract after the other live stream where we did way too much tillage in one day to feel sane. Alan, your farming chores are cutting grass and let it sit in the sun until it dries. Nice. Let's get this unloaded here. I should probably check the maintenance level on my combine. Maybe we'll do a quick checkup here while it's loading. Press in. Yeah, we're gonna repair because I can. Haha. I don't think the paint's gonna affect our yield numbers at all, but we might as well keep it in tip-top shape here. Yeah, Superfly, the worker was costing me money while it was sitting here with the auger out, so we tabbed over to it and turned the worker off because I wasn't about to pay those fees for sure. The worker costs are already pretty high in this game, so. I feel like I can get him started again, though. And jump in here and hopefully catch him. Oh my goodness. I thought this trailer was actually going to be a little bit fuller than it is. We're going to let him go down and around. We'll catch him on the way back down. Give us a little bit of a break from just hauling on the road here. Unload on the go at least a little bit. Mr. Simulation was getting ready to try out those new case planners and then got called into work. Anybody tested them yet? I haven't gotten a chance to take a look other than seeing that they got released, so I'm excited to see them out. They work better than they did in 19. Nice. This old combine. Ooh, looks good. The sun's on the wrong side for a good shot. I'm trying to find a good angle here. Do they have the same sizes they did in 19, or did they add like the smaller version of the early rise planter? Because I think they were always talking about adding like a 12-row version, or maybe it was a 16. I can't remember what the size is on those planters. They added a new 24-row instead of just the 16 and the 12. That's right. There you go. So you've got a 12, a 16, and a 24-row. Nice. Yeah, I need to get back into, I know Sid Modding had released it in 19. I think somebody converted it for 22, but I don't know if it was an official conversion. But the John Deere 9500 is the combine I used to run on the farm. So that's one that I'd love to get back up and going. Hey, Zach. Good to see you in the stream. Hey, Farmer Tech. How's it going, man? Howdy, howdy. There we go. Now we're unloading on the go. Going just a smidge too fast for the combine down this hill. Dan, your grandpa was a Massey dealer, so you like the old Masseys? 750 or something? I never got a chance to see a Massey Ferguson combine in action like the old ones. We had a Gleaner, a white/Gleaner dealer. I guess it would have been an Agco dealer near us. So you saw a lot of the smaller like Gleaner combines out there. But everybody else in the area had like John Deere combines, I felt like. Yeah, Vincent, you'd love to see a lot of the old stuff the PC guys get on PS. Yeah, that'd be nice. I know, like, there's already one Ellis Chalmers tractor out there, I think, now. So I think that it's possible, at least, that we'll see some of these at some point. Jeff, you heard the planter that broke down on your grandpa's farm was an early riser case? Yeah. Yeah, I remember we used to have a Buffalo 12-row planter that was like a big yellow one, heavy as all get out. It was quite the beast. I remember we used to work on that thing all season. There was like, I don't think a day of planting season went by that we didn't have some kind of an issue that we had to work out with it. But that was farming back then. You had a welder on the back of your pickup truck permanently because, you know, you were gonna need it no matter where you were at. We had I worked for a guy that had 800 acres. We did corn and beans in southern Minnesota. So he was an older gentleman and I was the only hired hand, so it was just me and him did all the farming, so that was pretty cool. I never got a chance to work with Zach Johnson when I was farming because it was quite a while ago, but I have been up in that area. My grandfather was actually born in Lowry. He went to school there. I think he was born there. I can't recall now. He went to school in Lowry. That's where he grew up. And my grandparents are actually buried in Starbucks, so I've spent a lot of time up in that area over the years. So I'm quite familiar with all the spots that you see in his videos and stuff when he's farming. Kind of cool to see, see it pop up on YouTube, even though I live in Michigan now, so. Yeah, I haven't actually, it's funny, I haven't watched any of his videos since the video came out with all the damage they got from the storms, so I need to catch up. It's been a busy few weeks for me, so I haven't had a chance to stay up on my YouTube watching. I haven't had a chance to stay up on my YouTube video making. But yeah, 800 acres was actually a lot of work for 2 people. He had some decent equipment, so we had more tractors than people to drive them, which was nice. Gave you lots of options. But fall got busy. We would work some long hours to keep up with the 800 acres on our own. Let's see if we can drive from the front view here. I'm really bummed. The steering wheel makes this part a little bit easier. I'm going to keep harping on this steering wheel problem. Maybe I'll remember to actually fix it for the next live stream. They lost a wheel on their 8,000 deer. They lost a lot of stuff from the videos I've seen. Stay out of the sign. I think we've got to make one more of these trips with the sunflowers. Oh my goodness! That guy tried to kill me. Probably because I didn't have my flashers on. It's all my fault. Brian, you work for your cousin, had around 5,000 acres, wheat, spuds, pinto beans, and sugar beets. Nice. Yeah, I worked for, so the one guy I worked for, we did corn and beans, had about 800 acres, but then I worked for a couple other guys over the years as well. There was a guy that had a hog farm, and I helped him out with a bunch of his farming, but then he leased a bunch of ground to some other farmers nearby that did potatoes in the area, so it was kind of fun. We never had to do any of the work there because he was leasing the land. But it was really fun to kind of get out there and see all the equipment and see him working on it, so. Here we go. Right turn now. WH Outdoors, you're from Iowa, your stepdad is a full-time farmer, and we harvested 3,100 acres when you were a kid, now harvesting 32. Yeah, that's some, you've probably got a little bit bigger equipment than we had too, though. Your dad and uncle used to farm 1,000 acres and milk 100 cows. Yeah, that was good times, lifer. Like, so we didn't have any animals on the farm that I worked for the one guy with, so I would go and help one of the neighbors that had cows with a buddy of mine, and so I would go and help with the milking occasionally there, or some other odd jobs. And then the guy I worked for, his daughter had animals, livestock and such, and so I would go out there and bale with them, and so baling was loads of fun because we were doing small squares back then, so lots of stacking bales on the trailer in the middle of the summer. Good times. Yeah, Jeff, the Ottawa with 10 to 20,000 acres, yeah, that's just crazy to me. I've talked to a few guys that are farming those really big farms up there, and that's just a lot of ground to cover. We did it right this time. We didn't go in the wrong entrance. Yeah, Jeremy, that like the amount of the acres to making crops profitable depends a lot on both what crops you're planting, how good, you know, soil and yield is, but also, I guess, you know, there's a lot of factors in that, you know, what your input costs are, what your equipment costs and stuff like that are. So I know a buddy and I were working that out one time because we've been talking about buying some land and getting started here. And I would just take a few weeks off during the key seasons during the year and go help him out. And I think we kind of got to around 1,000 acres is, you know, the sweet spot for really making some good money. If you've got the equipment for it, but you can definitely be profitable smaller than that. It just depends on if you've got the equipment or not. How bad your luck is at things breaking down and such, how good the weather is. That's the downside with farming. Too many factors that are outside of your control. Dan, have a good one. We'll see you next week. WH, back then you had a combine like what you're using now on a little bigger size than that and still managed? Yeah, you're just working a lot of hours to get it done, right? Marcus, you wish you could find an old 12A or a John Deere 42 harvester for FS22. I'm not sure I've seen those. Yeah, Lifer, I mean, the marketing side of it's definitely a big thing, you know, especially if you can get those prices or, you know, store it until you can. Justin, am I essentially doing one weekly live stream at this point? That has been the case for the last few weeks. I'm really trying to get back to getting my video series going. I've got, you know, most of that all kind of worked out, what I want to do. This always takes me a little bit to set up a series. Excuse me. I just haven't had a chance to, like, get it fully started here yet. So the goal is to get back to putting a few videos out every week here. It's just been crazy with the end of the school year and all the kid activities and stuff that have been going on the last couple of weeks. But my kids are out of school now this week, and hopefully that's going to mean things settle down. The kid activities have tapered off a little bit now, and so that hopefully is going to lead to me having enough free time to start putting out a couple videos a week again. Got to keep hydrated here. Yeah, the old John Deere pull types, we had those in FS19, I feel like. And yeah, Justin, I agree. Like, I'd love to see some more advanced grain selling mechanics. There was a mod in 19 that had some of that. I think it like there was one that would make all of the prices in the game a bit more realistic and follow more realistic seasonality. But what I'd really like to see is, you know, essentially the ability to, you know, do, you know, sell, you know, futures, or I forget, you know, what the term is, but, you know, sell your grain ahead of time for a specific month and then have to go deliver it in that month. That would be awesome to see that happen. So, Scooter's Workbench, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Hey, Carrie, good to see you too. Man, I wish there was a different route to get to this field without going all the way around the edge of the map. We'd take a little bit different view. Farmer Nolan, could I get a 4840? We do not have the money to buy any new tractors yet. In this playthrough, so we're definitely not going to get it in tonight's stream for sure. Our next purchase is definitely going to be a planter of some kind. Having just contracts for grain instead of just fieldwork contracts would be a start. Yeah, so there is a, I don't remember if it's a mod or if it's just a contract type. There's definitely a mod that we've got on one of the multiplayer servers where you just have to deliver X amount of grain for the contract. And so we've been playing around with that. I got to remember what that mod is called now, because that's essentially what you're talking about. It's just it's a little bit out of your control. The contract just pops up in the contract list, and then you take it, and you have to deliver that much grain if you have it, which is pretty cool. So I would love to see that concept get fleshed out more, to be more like, you know, it is when you sell, you know, futures on your grain. Well, it's not futures, forward contracting. There you go, Toby. Supply and transport contracts. There it is. Because that adds that. Thank you, Argsy. That adds that that little bit of. Hey, I've already harvested this crop. Now I just need to go sell it at a premium for a contract element to the game, which I think is pretty cool. It gives you a reason to hang on to it rather than just waiting for that to come up as a decent price on the market. And I left this worker on the whole time while we were driving, and it ate up a ton of money. Ah, well. It happens. Nolan, this is not available on console. It's called Middleburgh. It's by Nitrodad. The link is in the description. Justin, it would be better if there were several contracts from specific buyers or sell points for different grain amounts and dollar amounts, and you needed to accept the contract you think is doable for you. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. And I'd like to see that, like, I can't remember, but there's a time limit on those contracts, right? I would like to see it fleshed out to the point where that contract is due in a specific month of the year, you know, and have it tied to seasons, kind of like it is in real life. All right, let's follow this worker guy here. He's still got half a tank. We're gonna unload on the way back down again. It's a short lane here, so we're not gonna get too much unloaded here, but I'm hoping this is the last trip that we need to make up to the sell point here. I think we're at, let's look at the contract, but I think we've got 60 some odd % delivered already here, so we'll see how it goes. Contracts. We're 88% of the way done with the contract. It doesn't show me how much of my delivery is made. I would have had to details on. Oh, there we go. Delivered. I've still got to deliver 13K, so I'm going to have to do one more haul after this. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. So many trips up to the elevator. Oops. We jumped through all of our equipment again. What's a mod to make it bushels, not liters? That's called Unit Convert by Thundar Modding. He has an itch.io page where he's releasing his mods now. And that's the mod. I did a video on it, I think, when it first came out. So if you just go look for Unit Convert, there's a link to his itch.io page in the description of the video I did on it. Brit, do I like 4455s? I'm more of a 40 series guy. We had a 4240 that I loved driving around on the farm in real life. And then we also had a 4850 and a 4630. So I'm kind of partial to the tractor models that I actually drove in real life, to be honest. We're going to top this thing off. Farmer Dale, welcome to the stream. Where can you find the Middleburgh map? There's a link in the description of this video. If you just look in the description, expand the description that's right below the video there, there's like a show more button. You'll find a link to Nitrodad's itch.io page and the link to the map. Jace, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. All right. I wish this was the last haul, but we've got one more after this where we need to haul a little bit more. Dylan, do I like the Midwest Horizon map? So I played a ton of Midwest Horizon on FS19. I actually did 3 separate series on that map, so I would say that I definitely enjoyed that map a lot. And I did do a live stream on the conversion that Dennis Farms did, which I think he did a really good job on the conversion. He had some help from a lot of different people in the community. I think it was great, but it's one of those things where it's like, well, I've played that map a lot, and I don't really see myself going back and playing a lot of maps that were already in FS19 that are just conversions to 22. Because there's so many great brand new maps on FS22 that I'd rather play the new maps that have come out. So I will likely not be doing any series on conversions from FS19 maps. Not that I've been having time to do many series as it is, but I'm hoping to get back to that here. I know I've been saying that for a couple of weeks now, but I'm hoping to start cranking out some videos again. And when I do, it'll be on FS22 maps. Being able to forward contract new crop at today's future price to be delivered at harvest, there needs to be a way better marketing prices in the game in order to get forward contracting to working. Yeah, like the whole economy system that exists right now in Farm Sim is just, in my opinion, not well suited for that. So that's why I keep struggling with, like, I'm not sure how I would set that mod up to actually work well. Which is probably why we haven't seen a modder kind of tackle that yet, is just trying to think about how to handle that. We'd need a lot better interface for it to show, you know, the prices and all of that in the menus and stuff, I think. Yeah, actually, Nolan, I did a video on the Frankenmuth map, just a map tour. Great map. Taylor Farms is not so far down the road. Actually, Frankenmuth is not so far down the road from where I live in real life. So that was a cool map, for sure. I'm not sure I'll get to doing a series on it, but we'll see. Yeah, Dylan, this is a 4X map. Give me a second. Let me get going straight down this road after the curve, and I'll bring up the map here real quick. Because it's a great map. It's a 4X map, but it doesn't use 100% of the space for the farms or the map. There's a lot of detail and stuff around the map here. And so you can see the actual farmable area is this valley around the river. And then there's a bunch of stuff up on the plateau here. And then our actual farm that we're farming with a couple of fields here right now is kind of back in the trees here. And so, oh my goodness, we're way out in the middle of nowhere. I guess I could bring up this map. My head's kind of in the way, but it's a big map, but it's not like a normal what you think of when you think of a 4X map. There's a lot of decoration, a lot of cool town and atmosphere in here, which is pretty common with Nitrodad maps, and I actually really like it a lot. So we've been having a blast. But yeah, Toby, exactly. I mean, it's things are definitely set up to just make the game playable and enjoyable, and you don't want to force realism on everybody. And I can respect that, you know, opinion for sure from Giants. I just turned down the wrong way. We're committed now, folks. We'll cut over on a different road here. It's only a slight detour. So yeah, Toby, I agree. Like, I think that it's definitely structured for making it more accessible to a wider audience, which, you know, I get that a lot. I understand that. I can respect that. But I do wish that there was like kind of a hardcore campaign realistic mode for Farm Sim where everything was, you know, a lot more realistic. I think that could be a lot of fun. we get to semi-realistic with a lot of the mods that we install and play with most of the time here on the channel. But I also, you know, just as a gamer, like I'm here to have fun, not necessarily make myself suffer as much as real-life farmers do sometimes. I do think it would be cool, though, to get a weather mod in that had some more severe weather elements occasionally. Be interesting for sure. I do wish that there was more of a moisture and water mechanic to FS 22. You dislike Midwest Horizon for the same reason you did in 19. I hated all the pre-made farms. Now the map layout is, as far as fields and roads, you like, oops, we hit the stop sign. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think, like, yeah, there's some pre-made farms on Midwest Horizon, but there's so many empty building spots that I guess it just never really bothered me. That's kind of what I liked about Midwest Horizon, is there's just so much room to build, where I feel like, and I'm guilty of this myself, but I feel like a lot of people get paralyzed by, like, oh my gosh, there's a pre-made farm, so now I can't build a farm. And or there's no empty lot for me to build a farm, and it's like, it's a 4X map, just carve a chunk out of a field and build it. Like, you know, you don't have to be afraid to, you know, landscape over part of a field when there's so many fields out there that you could be farming on. But for some reason, just so many people seem to be afraid to use the landscaping tool to wipe out a chunk of a field. It always makes me chuckle a little bit. Yeah, Marcus, the REA mods. I've used a few of those. Not all of them. I know in 19 I had some problems early on with some of those mods. Conflicting with specific mods that I was using. So I got away from them and just never got back to putting them on. But I remember there was like some real dirt mods and some other things that were pretty cool that would make the dirt and stuff match the actual job you were doing. Man, our gravity wagon's getting quite dirty here as we continue on with this. Sphinx, can I do a farm tour on the survival farm? So for the farm itself, oh my gosh, this guy isn't even combining. Yeah, we'll jump over to the farm in 1 second. I'm gonna send this guy off as a worker on the other side of the field here. I don't want to be getting back up here and not being able to knock out this contract. That would be a sad day. I was really hoping to get to the second contract tonight, but we've spent so much time driving across the map to deliver the crops for this contract. I don't know if we'll get it done. But yeah, we'll jump up to the farm. Now, I didn't build a new farm on this particular series. We're using the starter farm on the map that Nitrodad kind of intended for new farmers to use. We just swapped out the equipment and put ourselves in a bit of debt, made, you know, kind of turned up the difficulty, made it a little bit harder for ourselves. But we got this guy going. I'll jump up to the farm here. It's actually kind of a nice little farm. It does come with a house, no sleep trigger, I don't think, but you get the dog. And then we, now that I think about it, we did remove, there's normally a bin site here with a leg and stuff. We removed that and put down a couple of our own bins so that we could use these augers and some of the older equipment and stuff. So I've got this older Farmall 1206. We've got some nice basic tillage equipment here. We've got a Mintill and a Alice Chalmers cultivator here. So we're all set. And then you've got an animal yard. I was tempted to start this up, but you need so much equipment to do basic animal work that we're just not there yet. I guess we could have some chickens going or something, but we didn't have any grain to feed them, so we didn't really get into that. But if you haven't played on this map, one of my favorite features here is if you come back in behind the house here, way out in the woods, we've got this little shack here for making moonshine, and so we really want to get this going soon, but we need to buy the production facility in town to shell the grains before we can put them in here, unfortunately. So hopefully soon, hopefully that'll be a next year in the game, next game year thing where we can figure out how to get that going. Toby, I get that, but I was hated having to, or taking out a field to make a farm when the map makers can just leave a blank area for you. Yeah, but, like, it's a 4X map. You're not going to run out of fields. Just carve a spot out. I'd rather not have a bunch of ugly-looking blank farm areas all over the map, because I feel like that takes away from the feeling. Like, when I'm driving around on a map, I want there to be other farms on the map besides mine, and I really hate when there's just a big empty area out in the middle of somewhere that there should be a farm, but there's not, because the map maker just left a big empty area. Like, I prefer it the other way. Get that still going and you won't be poor. Resnick Steakhouse will buy you out every year. There you go. Yeah, that's what I want, is I want to get that thing going, because I think that's going to make me some money. I got to figure out how to buy the production facility to make the grains. So that's coming for sure. Farmer Dale, where can you find the combine? So that combine actually came packaged with the map, but the combine was made by a modder named Tired Iron Modding, and you can find that one as well as a few variations, including a side hill variation and a header pack and all that good stuff on his itch.io page. So yeah, just look for Tired Iron Modding and you'll find those combines. They're really well put together. Yeah, King Randy, this wagon needs a good spray. We're just not going to get back up to the farm here for a little bit. We've got just a little bit more sunflowers that we need to deliver for this contract. And then I want to get this corn harvest contract going too. We've got in the pipe behind it, which will at least be a lot closer. If we look at the map here, Field 57 is up here, although the delivery point for that one is all the way up in the corner of the map. So we've still got a little bit to do. Suzette Bartlett, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Sphinx says the Mintil, you have a private mod. It shouldn't be. Pleasant View Farms is the gentleman that put together most of the older equipment that I'm using here. So the Alice Chalmers tractors, and then both of the tillage equipment that I'm using on this map. And I believe he's released those on his itch.io page now. But yeah, Toby, that's normally true, and then this map was the first time I couldn't actually get rid of the buildings. I had to go edit the map to get rid of the building on the starter farm so that I could build it out the way I wanted to. So, but it is nice that for the most part that's a true statement, and you can download or remove all the maps and stuff. So I've got somebody who's at my front door. I'm just double checking that the wife has got that. Hey, Jalen, how you doing? We are just wrapping up our first contract here for the evening. We got some sunflowers getting out of the field. And then hopefully we're going to be jumping over to this corn contract. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll fill up the gravity wagon, and then we'll take the combine over, and we'll get the corn contract started up before we haul again. We've been doing a lot of hauling tonight, so... Yeah, I can't wait for that gleaner. He's been teasing me with screenshots on Discord the last couple of weeks here, so that's definitely going to be a good upgrade here on the farm for the old John Deere here. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Been a while. Nice to see you in the stream, sir. We're under a heat advisory tomorrow here in southern Michigan. They're talking about a heat index of like 106 or 109 or something like that. So I was happy to find that we had power this morning because we had quite the storm last night. So we tend to lose power a lot in my area, and not looking forward to dealing with 106 without the AC for sure. I'm past that stage of life where I have tolerance for uncomfortable heat. Yeah, it's funny is we've been running some of these older equipment, mixed equipment series lately. My next Let's Play, I think we've got to get a John Deere series going here. It's been a while. It's been a while. Although I say that, and there's some really nice case mods that just came out, so I don't know. Hey, Pork Chop, good to see you, man. 111 your side of the state. Holy buckets. That's some heat. I don't do heat well. I can put layers on. There's only so many layers I can take off. I've seen a lot of buzz about that anhydrous pack. In fact, I think FSG did a video on it, but I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I'm excited to see more anhydrous equipment coming to the game. Although I'm not entirely sure. I'm waiting to see how well the precision farming modification that I've seen floating around works. I know the early version wasn't quite handling all of the scenarios for anhydrous, and then they put out an update, and I haven't had a chance to check that out yet. So I'm curious to see if they fixed everything, because the official precision farming mod doesn't expose all of its source code anymore like the previous iteration did in 19. So I'm kind of curious to see how they're handling it, because there was a lot of modifications to the precision farming source to get anhydrous working correctly in FS19. Goodness. Argsy, you tried it on Deer Creek, worked flawlessly. Nice. Yeah, Sphinx, I can't wait for Pleasant Gleaner to get out either. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, Thomas, how you doing, man? Hey, Matthew Potato Family, good to see you, man. One more question on the Alice Chalmers tractor you're in. What's the question, Mr. Dale? Oh, Toby, that might be the case. I'm not sure if... for some reason, I thought it was released. I thought I saw a post about it being released. I know the review video was an early access, but I could be mistaken, but I swear I saw that it got pushed out here in the last day or so. Maybe I'm wrong. Farmer Dale, that Alice Chalmers is actually released on Pleasant View Farms' itch.io page, because that's where I downloaded it from, so you should be able to grab it there. I can't get across the lake or the river. It was released last Friday. There you go, Scooter. I was almost positive I'd seen that it had been released. Yeah, Gabby. The Arizona's 106 is winter weather, exactly. I'm not cut out for it. I know I'm not. I can admit that. I'm just not there. Part it like Jesus. There you go, Max. I was tempted. I think it's a little steep over there. If this thing wasn't so wobbly as it is, I would definitely try to just jump the ditch. Thomas agreed, really not looking forward to the heat here in southeast Michigan. Yeah, me either. I'm in the Metro Detroit area myself, and it's going to be a scorcher tomorrow. I'm taking the first half of the day. I'm going to have to take off to watch the kids, and because our nanny has some appointments, and so I'm gonna be trying to do something with him outside before it gets super hot, because I think the first half of the day is supposed to be okay. So maybe we've got a beach on we've got like a little lake in the middle of the subdivision that has a little beach on it, and so we might try and go down there and play in the water for a bit to distract ourselves from the heat. Then I'm gonna come home and sit in the air conditioning, and hopefully he's gonna go find something to do out of the house. Carson, how much storage do I have on my PC? Oh, geez, I don't even know. Because it's hard to answer because I have an external network storage device that has, I forget, like 50 terabytes or something like that, that I move most of my content to, and so that's hooked up to the network so everybody in the house can get to it, and that's got like a 4 gigabit connection to the network. And then on my PC, I've just got probably like 4 drives in a RAID for 2 terabyte SSD drives. Yeah, Toby, exactly. It was like, hey, spring's here, finally, it's nice out. And then bam, it's 100-degree summer weather. Like, come on, we wanted to enjoy that weather for at least a couple of days. We had our last soccer game on Saturday. It was beautiful out, though. I couldn't have asked for a better day. I kind of took over as coach for the team. Had to coach, like, I think I was 3 games at the end of the season here that I coached for my 5-year-old soccer team. And so, you know, it's not overly hard from a coaching perspective. It's more just pointing them in the right direction and making sure nobody kills anybody. But it was a lot of fun getting to see the kids run around, and they got medals and everything. Everybody was real excited, so. But we're finally done with soccer for the spring season here. No more soccer till the fall. We've got, what, 2.5 months, and school starts up right again at the beginning of September. This car is all jittery. It's driving me nuts back here. I gotta get it out of frame. Thomas, same here out in the burbs of Detroit. Just finished cleaning the pool, so it's ready for tomorrow. Nice. It's going to be awesome tomorrow to have a pool. A little bit jealous. But, yeah, I'm up in the Clarkston area, actually. So, you know, it's when you talk to... Oh, I hit this. I know. My goodness. When you talk to most people that aren't from the Metro Detroit area, you're just like, yeah, I'm in Metro Detroit. But when you talk to somebody from the area, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm up in Clarkston. You're having big heat waves down there and right after thunderstorms? Yeah, we had a good storm come through on Monday night. Last night. Goodness. Landon, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Toledo here, AC ready to go. Nice. All right, we're heading over here to field 57. We're taking the scenic route, mostly because I couldn't drive down that same road for like the 7th time today. So we're gonna take this other route here, go across the river in a little bit different spot, and kind of curve our way around the backside of the map here at 14 miles an hour. So buckle up, it's gonna be an exciting trip. Enforcer, since we're in Detroit, I should introduce my kid to hockey. Yeah, he's been enjoying soccer. I don't know, we'll have to see. I don't think his mom's gonna be a huge fan of him going out for hockey, but maybe when he's just a little bit older. Oh, right on down in St. Clair Shores. Nice. Nice. Hey, John, how's it going? Can't wait for Welker Farms. Can't wait to meet them at the farm show in Louisville, Kentucky. Nice, yeah. That ought to be exciting. They're going to be at the Farm Progress Show at the end of August here as well, which I'm going to actually be at the Farm Progress Show this year. So if anybody's going to be around at the Farm Progress Show in Iowa, we'll have to say howdy. I'm looking forward to getting out there and doing something, you know, farming related for once. So Really excited about that. Gonna be out there for all 3 days. Got some buddies coming down from Minnesota to meet up with me as well. Should be fun. And John Deere for Life, I did make a video of Frankenmuth, but it was just a map tour video. But I like the map a lot. I really liked that there was like the hidden trails and the dirt bike area in the back of the farm there. It was a pretty cool map. Yeah, Toby, it's funny. I've been talking to a few people that, you know, they can't believe that, like, my teenager, his last day of school was on Friday last week. Like, this is his first week out of school, was Monday was his first day of not going back to school. It's crazy. Let's, get going here. I guess I should turn the map back on because I don't have any idea where I'm actually going here. Field 57 is going to be up on my right after the curve. Carson, what's my favorite PC map? Ooh, that's a tough one. I would say, at least right now, like, honestly, the map that I've been enjoying the most is probably this one, which is why I decided to kind of stick to it, for at least for the live stream series here. I love Nitrodad's maps because there's just so much detail on them. I would say the other map that I'm actually excited to kind of get back to and play, we did one live stream on it, is that Farmville map by, oh gosh, it's not DJ modding, it's I can't remember. But that reminds me, DJ modding did the awesome Green Valley map. That map was really cool looking. So there's a lot of good maps. My problem with FS22 has been I haven't had enough time to play any one map that much to have like a true favorite map for 22 yet. I have not been doing a great job of putting out a lot of content lately for real life reasons, and so like I just feel like I'm so far behind the ball as a content creator compared to most of the people out there. I've you know, barely been able to put in more than, you know, 3-4 episodes on most maps that I've tried to start a series on. So I've really got to buckle down and get some maps going here, get some more content out soon, because I'm missing my farm sim fix here. Do I know who the people behind with the pull behind sprayer mod is? I can't remember the name of the modder. I've been actually trying to think of that since you mentioned it earlier in the stream, and I can't remember who it was. But it was one of the newer model pull behind sprayers. Like, it was either a Top Air sprayer or I forget the other brand. But it had like the tracks option on the back, which I thought looked really cool. Yeah, exactly, Toby. I think I've yet to do a full year on any of the maps I've played in 22, which is just horrible. I used to do at least 2 years on every series in 19, most of my series, maybe not all of them, but most of them I did 2 full years before I would switch to a new map. And 22, like, I can't honestly think of a map. Maybe Elm Creek, maybe I got through a full year on Elm Creek, but definitely no other map. Alright, so the question now is, this is my field coming up. Where's my field entrance? Is it right here? Am I gonna fit through this gate? Hey, Bow Hunter, how you doing? Not sure if I caught you coming in there before. Oh, I am gonna fit, but there's a wire in the way. I almost missed it. There we go. Yeah, I'm moving. Cars are so impatient. Alright. Now, I shouldn't even have to do a headland pass on this field because we've got such big grass areas on the end of the fields here, so I think we're gonna just jump right in and get this harvester going. Oh, that's right, Toby, I did. I got sick, and then I just gave up. When I came back, there was actually good maps out, so I never went back to it. Too sad. Alright. Blinkers going off. Gates are getting opened. And this combine got dirty while we were working on all these contracts too. All right, let's see. Oh, this is at one of those awkward angles, I think, though, where I'm gonna want to start harvesting, but it's gonna be like, maybe we've got multi-terrain angle on here. Oh wait. Yeah. All right, you know what? We're gonna back up. We're gonna see if we've got multi-terrain angle, and it'll do it at an angle. It'll bother me that the corn isn't lining up with the header, but it'll bother me less than trying to do this field on an angle, so we'll get her going here. Max, can we get 100 likes on this video? It's so close. Is it? I guess I don't even, I shouldn't say this as a content creator, but I just don't pay attention to those things like I used to. So I do appreciate the likes on the videos. It definitely helps the channel out. We're gonna let him go and assume he's gonna figure it out. We left our blinkers in here all this time. That's all right. Let's run this last load up to the sell point here, and then we'll get turned around and head back out to the field here. Woo, nice. Appreciate those likes, folks. Kevin, so I don't know if the mod is out yet, Kevin, but I can definitely, oh, the sprayer from the old school mods without having to join the private Facebook group, that I can't recall if they've got those up somewhere else or not. But if you're on the Discord server, for sure, hop in there, and I can help you figure out where to grab those. That one's been around for quite a while. Yeah, I have to say, if this road didn't have so much detail on it, I'd probably have gotten bored driving back and forth here, but I feel like every trip we've made, I have found something different to take a look at here, which is kind of cool. I think this is the straw sell point, if I'm not mistaken, like the bale sell point, I guess I should say, straw and hay. Where do you get good mods? What Facebook groups land in? So most of the mods that I get these days, if they're not on the in-game mod hub, they come directly from modders' itch.io pages. Most of the modders out there have itch.io pages. I also like, ooh, we just got a Steam achievement, field trip. I don't know what that is. Most of the mods that I have come directly from modders, and there's a few places, good places to find links to modders pages and stuff. One is Dennis Farms has a great modder directory where you can find a lot of links to different modders' social media pages, which has been really helpful to kind of figure out, like, hey, I know there's a modder, I know what their name is, but I can't find their stuff. And so he's got a great page for that. And then there's a Discord server. Oh man, I don't know if Argsy's still in here, but there is a Discord server, and I'm stopping here because I'm trying to think and I can't drive and think. That has a lot of modders in it, and they post links to the modders' official downloads and stuff for different things. It's like authentic modding or something like that. Let me, I'm gonna grab a link to that Discord server. Hopefully we don't crash. And do I have a edit server? Why can I not? Where's my invite people button? I'm so crashing into something, aren't I? Invite people. Edit invite link. Never expire. Generate a link. copy my link. Oh, it's hidden. That's why my link is hidden. Oh, we did crash. All right, 1 second. Let's get uncrashed since this is such a long road. There's Argsy lurking. I'm just crashing into stuff, getting a link. I think the reason I called Argsy out is because he's, I think he's not one of the creators of, or at least a moderator of. And you can't post a link. Oh, you can. You've got mod privileges, but there's a link to that Discord server. And it is definitely a great spot to kind of track down mods and modders, and you know, it's all official links and stuff that's allowed, you know, publicly released. And so they do a great job over there of keeping, you know, that site really focused on things, which, you know, is hard to find in the community in general now. And then that always leads me to my second favorite website, which is Argsy's map website, where he's got all the maps that have released for FS22 put together on a really clean interface where you can see what part of the world they're kind of based on. And so I love that website. So that's where I go to kind of keep track of all the maps that are coming out. Yeah, the lag, Austin, was from me jumping in and out. I was doing a lot of alt-tabbing there while we were finding our links and posting them here. OBS doesn't like when I alt-tab out of the game that I'm streaming. Yeah, Argsy, I mean, it's funny is there's so many good mods coming out that it's hard to keep track of things sometimes, for sure. Oh my goodness, Road Warrior with the $10 super chat. What's up? How's it going? Good to see you, man. Toby, as of last Friday, you're officially done planning for 2022 season. 400 acres of pinto beans this year. Nice. What do you plant pinto beans with? Is that like a standard row crop style, or is that more of a drill? Max, I do not live on a farm anymore. I lived on a kind of a farmstead at one point, but definitely did not, don't live on one now. I've got a couple of acres here, but it's definitely in a suburb community style. Have a good one, Argsy. Appreciate you stopping in as always. Max, you guys are doing 300 acres of hay. Nice. Legacy, how you doing, man? It's a weird question, but do you think turbocharging my lawnmower is a good or bad idea? That's an interesting question. I don't even know what turbocharging a lawnmower would look like. Oh my goodness. I miss the steering wheel so much. I think we're gonna, do I stop the, okay, so we've got 90 bushels of sunflowers. Let's see what the prices are. Hey, Dan, welcome back. So we got sunflowers. We're currently here. Oh yeah, the price isn't that different. We're just gonna, ooh, central grain buy point. Oh, that's a buy point. We don't need to buy no sunflowers. You're loading it all, and that's 1,200 bales of hay. Nice. That's gonna keep you busy. Hey, Tech, how you doing? All right, so we made back not as much as we spent on workers so far. Let's go ahead and complete that contract while I'm thinking of it, though. Don't clear it, collect it. There we go. And I gotta go find this tractor. So now we're finally done here. We're gonna go up and around the loop. I don't think I've been up and around the loop yet. At least not tonight. So around the loop we go. Road Warrior, we are on Middleburgh by Nitrodad. This is our survival live stream series. We're trying to make it with very little money here and a lot of pain and agony. So we'll see. We're at 8,500 bucks right now, so I'm hoping that'll survive us through the winter if I can stop finding things to waste money on. We've spent a lot on workers today, though. Let's get around the curve here. I'm going to look up and see what our worker costs are. They're astronomical. Wage payments is $2,000 almost today already. So it's, I don't know, it's a lot more than I was expecting. You do a $3,000 contract and spend $2,000 on the worker to get it done. And that's not counting the maintenance fees we've had to pay on our tractor and our combine here. We're not really making that much money off these contracts, unfortunately. You switch to direct cut edible beans, and we're usually drilling them, but this year we planted them with the regular planters so you can control the population better. Nice. Yeah, I'll be curious to hear how that goes in the fall here. Yeah, Max, imagine real-life gas prices in Farm Sim. Although, actually, I find Farm Sim gas prices to be kind of high. It doesn't bother me because they're all balanced out in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, definitely high. A split row planter is what we would really like to have. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. There's no way into those fields through these trees. Probably not. Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna turn. That's why I stopped. Oh look, there's a gate on this end too. Although the combine's just sitting up there using up my money. He's got his auger out, not doing anything. This is why my worker costs are so expensive. We're paying him to just sit there while we drive around the map in our little tractor here. Kevin, anyone know when FS22 might have a discount price next? Usually, I feel like it goes on sale in the summer during like the Steam summer sales. And so they've got a new DLC coming out here, what, next month or in the next few weeks here. And so I feel like at some point after the DLC comes out, we'll see it go on sale again. Because they'll want people to buy the base game to buy the DLCs. Just got done chopping rye last week and planting those fields. Nice. I was really thinking about sending it through the trees. I was like, there's probably a fence. Probably won't work. And this is gonna be full as soon as we pull up here, isn't it? All right, lady. Let's get going. Yeah, we didn't line up perfectly straight, or I should say that the multi-terrain angle doesn't go at the same angle as the field. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, we've made bad choices. Bad choices. We didn't hit anything though. But yeah, so we've got like a one row over there, not one row, but one pass over there that we didn't get. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Road Warrior, just wondering, is the Courseplay mod working well for you? My helper doesn't want to work on different fields. I haven't had any problems on the maps that I'm using Courseplay. We don't actually have Courseplay installed on this map, but I have had no problems using Courseplay on the other maps. Now, I'm 4 or 5 versions behind when I was using it. I know there's a new version now that's come out recently. I know some people were having problems with it right after the big patch that Giants released recently, but then Courseplay released an update to it not long after that. Yeah, I need that new Mack grain truck mod for sure. When I got the gravity wagon here, I was definitely planning on doing this with the pickup though, which would have been way faster. Yeah, I like that the gravity wagons kind of bounce back and forth and stuff though. They look cool. Alright. We are full, so I guess we gotta go figure out where the corn contract is getting delivered. We're gonna swing over here so I can get turned around. Oh no, oh no. We've made bad choices again. Alright, all the way back up here. I think that this contract, I mean the exclamation point's on the map, but I think it's at that green point up in the corner there, so we'll cut back across the river and head on up. We'll see how this one's gonna go. This should be a shorter trip up to the elevator. Yeah, Max, that's a great one. One of my next series, one of the things that I wanted to do for a while is actually do more of a multiplayer style series. I've got to get that worked out here at some point. I've got a few people that have been more than interested in collaborating and doing a multiplayer YouTube series with me. It's just finding the time and making the schedules work up that's always been really hard to do. Road Warrior, always appreciate you stopping by. Have a good one. Keeping hydrated, so many don't. That's actually really good advice, especially with all the heat coming here. Definitely want to go into the heat wave hydrated here. Kevin, happy farming. Good to see you in the stream. Suzette, welcome back. We want to make sure that we don't go careening off of the bridge here. Oh my goodness. Alright, that one was probably my fault. DJ Goham. He is quite the crazy character when it comes to some of the stuff I've seen him do in his series. I'm not sure our styles would mishmash, but it could get interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, I know. I've got to like point the camera at a certain angle, so at least you're only seeing my receding hairline, not the balded spot that's coming in on the top. Alright, let's make the curve here before we encounter more traffic. Yeah, I know we missed harvest on one of our crops, Toby, on the Huron server. The staff team was not very upset. We were more like, oh yeah, we missed our harvest again. Dang it. You'd think with, there's 4 of us, you'd think one of us would have remembered to jump on and do it, but not so much. Have a good one, Vincent. Appreciate you coming into the stream and chatting it up with us, as always. The engagement with the community is the funnest part of the live streams for me, for sure. So I hope you have a wonderful evening, sir. Oh, there's the AI for you. Yeah, for sure. You had 93 in Wisconsin, too. Oof. Suzette, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Kubota pack. It should be good. I don't do a lot of grass work and stuff, which it feels like, you know, that's where I would probably see that class of tractor more, but it'll make a good, like, utility or yard tractor. Have a good one, Max. Appreciate you stopping by. Mason, this is a Middleburgh by Nitrodad. The link to the map is in the description of the video. Yeah, Mason, I don't miss those days. I did that job on the farm at one point in my farming history, and tossing hay bales is a hard day's work, especially in the heat. We have a corn harvest. We do have corn, I suppose. We'll have to hop on there soon. All right, here we go. See what percentage of this contract we get from one haul here. I'm really excited about the $8,000 in the bank. Not so excited about the AI worker being full, so let's go ahead and stop that. Sphinx, oh man, my grandpa and dad like 15 years ago were digging a hole for a pool with a Kubota and flipped it. Sounds expensive. Alright, almost done here. This is a little bit shorter of a drive than the other sell point to field, but not by much. Not by much. We have definitely done a lot of driving today. You know, I don't think you've been on since you finished setting up your farm. Maybe, I don't think that's right. Because I did most of the liming and planting on our server, or on our farm. And I've run animal feed for the animals. I just don't think we're on at the same times. I think that's it. It's been a couple of weeks, though, since any of us were really that active, I'll say, on the staff team, I think. Alright, I think we're going to take the very first road and kind of cut through town. See something a little different on the way back up here. That's the plan, folks. We're behind on our water intake tonight. Oh, we're all over the place. Alright, we can do it. There's plenty of time. Yeah, I feel like when it's empty, it sways even more. It's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. All right, let's swing around here. We'll cut through town on the wrong side of the road. Get a little bit different view of things. We'll head across this too. That'll be good. That'll be good. We'll run the stop sign though. Have I seen the new farmhouse with the lane of trees on both sides leading up to it? Yes, I believe so. I'll be honest, I didn't leave my own farm the last several times I was on, so I know you're like right across the street, but I'm usually very self-focused on like, okay, I've got to get on, we've got to get, you know, food for the cows, we got to do this, we got to do that. I've like got the chores list up. You'd think I could remember this map. I just brought it up. It's like, where are we going again? I don't know where we're going. We'll get there eventually. I do love these river areas though. It's so nice being able to just look down and see the water down there. Alright, here we go. Hey, Landon, have a good one. Appreciate you stopping by. I feel like I should probably just drive down to the other gate, but we're gonna go in this one for the fun of it. Open all the gates on the map. The fall foliage does look really cool on this map for sure. And there's just such a good variety of trees and stuff. It just looks good. It looks good. That's what I like so much about this map, is you can just kind of sit back and appreciate all the details. Not that other maps don't have the detail, but there's a higher than average amount of trees on this map to catch your eye during the fall. Desiree, so what is that sprayer called? Which sprayer? The Kuchner sprayer? I don't know how you spell that. It's like Kucker or something like that. I meant to start the worker here. Oh no, he got off of his track. Stop, stop, you're not doing it right. Somehow we missed the field angle here. We gotta back it up and get him going the same way he was going before. We don't need to be starting off on a new angle here. There we go. Of course, now we've missed all of the opportunity to unload at the go, so we're just going to sit down here at the end of the field and unload while standing still anyway. It's a disaster. What is your favorite older John Deere combine? So of the mods that have been released, I actually prefer, there's a side hill version of this combine that I used on Westby. And the Westby map, the side hill version of this worked awesome, so I really liked it. Although I'm kind of noticing that the PTO and everything spins and the gears here. That's pretty cool. So I like that for like the old John Deere combines. But my favorite older John Deere combine would be the John Deere 9500. Just because that's the one that I drove in real life, so can't beat one that you've actually gotten to drive. Yeah, Toby, can't get good help these days. It's always my fault too. I'm the setting them off on the wrong directions. Oh look, we didn't even fill me up. Oh, I thought sure we were gonna be full. I saw, Dan, that the Ashton Corners version 1 is out. I was a little disappointed because I was looking for some of the cool new features that he's gonna add to that map, and those he pushed back to version 2.0, so I'm kind of waiting for the 2.0 version to come out now at this point before I check that map out, just because I know he's put a lot of work into it, and I'd rather just wait and kind of check out the new version when that comes out with all the bells and whistles. Hey, Caden, how you doing? Just want to say thanks for getting you interested in FSN. Love it, and been in FSN now since December. Great. I'm glad to hear it, sir. Hopefully you've been well. Long time no see. FSN is definitely a great platform there for multiplayer. Great community over there. Definitely loved hanging out with those guys while I was doing that for a while. Just took way too much time. What engine setup is my Alice Chalmers? It's an 8070. Finally, something other than driving a gravity wagon. And this combine needs a pressure washer badly. Hey, GTA, how you doing? Alec, we just started cutting your first crop of hay this week. Nice, yeah, I've seen a lot of people out doing hay recently. And Mason, yes, PC players can play with console players now, as long as you're using console-capable mods. They call it crossplay. And so, yeah, you're able to definitely play with your friends between console and PC. Hey, Peter, how you doing? Yeah, Caden, Millennial Farmer, yeah, that's when my channel really blew up, when I was doing that series, for sure. That was way back in the FS19 days, so more than a year now. All right. Almost at the end here. We can unload a little bit on the go here and get this gravity wagon topped off. It looks like it's all full and heaping here, but we got a few more percent we can put in here for sure. So we can turn these flashers off. Wow, we're only 40% done with the actual corn harvest. Crazy. There's a lot more here than I thought there was. Did I install that Mack truck, grain truck mod? Ooh, I did. $60,000 though? Oof, we can't afford that. If I could afford $60,000 right now, I'd probably buy that truck. There we go. Well, it takes so long to drive across the map that I can't really, I couldn't stomach losing that 8% on the trip over there. It'd take way too long not to go full. And off we go. The 8070 is 170 horsepower. The last two numbers plus 100 is the horsepower rating for Alice 8000 and 7000. There you go. Hey, Nick Stegman, I missed your chat there. How's it going? Going good over here. We've been busy, but getting it together. Excited to be into summer with the kids, doing all kinds of fun stuff and staying busy. Staying busy. Is the Millennial Farmer map coming for FS22? So Mapper's Paradise has not ruled it out, but said that it's definitely not a priority for them at this point in time. Honestly, like, having gone through and worked on that with them in 19 and did a lot of testing for those guys to try and help them get it out the door, I think they're kind of burned out on the poor reception it got with a lot of members of the community. They took a lot of flack for that map. Yeah, it had some issues, but I loved it. It was a great map, so I think they just got a little burned out on it, and I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if it comes out for FS22, but if it does, it's not going to be anytime soon, is the way I interpreted their Facebook posts. Caden, have a good one. Hopefully you've got plenty of time to get all that work done in FSN. Stay on top of those fields. I think we're going to take this back up to the elevator and check in and see where we're at with the contract here, and maybe wrap things up here. It's getting past my normal stream time here. We're running a little longer than usual tonight, folks. Yeah, Lone Oak, I know, is probably not coming to 22 based on the posts I saw on Facebook today. Flint Hills is a good map. I think Flint Hills might be making a comeback in 22. I can't recall for sure. I thought I heard a rumor that it was coming back, but we'll see. I know JS Mapping kind of went their separate ways, and the members of that team are now doing their own things, so. But yeah, Toby, I think, you know, to that point, you're right. You know, I don't think that they'd be well suited to do a conversion. I think they'd almost want to take the assets that they made, because they made some cool stuff, right? The grain silo setup, the all the sheds and stuff, and build out a new map. Now, given that the Millennial Farmer farm got pretty wrecked in the recent storms, that map may look a little bit different once they're done rebuilding the farm here. So I'll be kind of curious to see what they do, if they decide to keep the, you know, rebuild the same buildings or put some stuff in some new spots. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what the Millennial Farm looks like next year. Perma's modding, catching the after work tail end of the stream here. Hopefully you're having a good one, sir. Westby map would be nice on consoles, but unfortunately there's a lot going on with that map. I did a little bit of testing with those guys right before release, and it's not going to come out on console. Yeah, so JS Mapping, we're working on a map together. But then I think that they kind of separated ways, and so they've got one new map that's coming out that I think Sam worked on, and then there's another map that's being worked on by another member of that team under a different name now. So we'll see how that comes together here. But those guys did good work, so I'll be curious to see what maps come out. Ooh, Gravity Wagon's getting a little squirrely back there. We're turning too fast or too sharp too fast. All right, let's see here. We're gonna get this unloaded. I'm kind of curious to see where the combine's at. We're cranking on this contract though. I think we're about half done. So let's see here. We've got 50% progress, which I think is the field progress, right? Oh no, worked field. I got the details right up here. So we're 53% of the field worked, and we just wrapped up 15,000 liters delivered out of 36. Oh, 16,000. Oh, we've still got some to go here. So we've got over half of our product delivered, which is good. So that means 2 more loads and we'll be all done driving up here. The rest can go in our bins. We'll keep the excess. We've got a good chunk of corn left up at the farm, I think, so keep that excess for when the price is high in January. Now this is 39% transported for field. Oh, this is to go, not total. Yeah. 3 more loads. Math is hard. Well, folks, yeah, Permas, we were actually just talking about that series a little bit ago in the stream. I've got to get off my, well, not necessarily lazy, but I've got to get less busy than I've been and start getting those episodes cranked out. So hopefully soon here that's going to hit the YouTubes. About time for the normal Gravity Wagon broken front spindle, so better be careful in the quick turns. I have not had that problem on this Gravity Wagon, which is one of the reasons why I'm using it. I've had 0 broken wheels on this Gravity Wagon, so that's the plus here. But with that said, folks, we've got a lot of work left to go on this field. We've got half of the field worked and less than half of the material delivered. And so I think we're gonna have to wrap up our stream here. We'll definitely be continuing to move forward on this series. I think next time we might be back to working on our own farm here a bit, which is going to be exciting. We got to do some of these contracts. We're limiting ourselves to 2 contracts per in-game month to kind of keep things balanced and interesting. And so we're going to be kind of trying to get back to some of our own farm work here, I think, next episode. We've got some grain to deliver and stuff and get some more money on the farm. Hopefully we'll be skipping through into spring, too. I don't think we've got a lot we're going to do in the winter. So that's the plan, folks. But like I said, I think here is probably the best place to wrap this all up as. And we will catch you guys for a live stream on Tuesday next week from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time. And then we will we're going to try and get these videos cranking again here. I got that series coming together. I got the mod list coming together. We just got to sit down and record some videos. So that's the plan. Everyone have a wonderful evening. That's all for today. Ketter out.